Ticketmaster.com.
He is considered severely autistic, but this teenager who can barely talk is defying all the expectations right now. He is learning to express his emotions through an iPad, and now he's making a lot of people realize what autistic kids are really capable of. Only on floor tonight, the amazing story of a teenager from West Hills, and Dr. Bruce is here with his story for us.
I'm telling you, Chuck, I hope this changes a lot of people's assumptions about autism. This kid, his name is Ito, and he's become a voice for autistic kids who are trapped in their bodies. Now, autism is skyrocketing. Right here in the U.S., it affects 1 in 50 kids now. Now, I've worked with autistic kids, and I know they can be intelligent and normal on the inside. As you'll see, Ito is proving that. 16-year-old Ito Kadar is autistic. He flaps his arms. He has difficulty controlling his body. He can barely speak. It's easy to think he's mentally inept. Nothing could be further from the truth. Beneath Ito's erratic exterior is an alert young man, intelligent beyond his years. He wants desperately to be understood, but he's unable to speak his thoughts, and no one knew that, not even his parents.
He was totally locked internally.
It's just one word, utterances.
Then, when he was 7 years old, Ito's mother noticed signs he could spell.
We were working on his birthday party invitations, and he couldn't hold his own pencil, so I had to hold my hand over his hand. And as we were doing this, I started feeling the pencil moving under my hand.
With years of training in something called the rapid prompting method, Ito broke through the silence. Now, amazingly, he uses an iPad to communicate. He types in each letter, and when he's done, the iPad reads out what he's written.
My joy because I escaped my prison.
And once he learned, he shared all the things he kept inside for so long.
V-O. Voice. Life without communication is like you have no voice.
With his newfound voice, he's giving unique insight into what it feels like to be autistic through his blog and his book, Ito in Autism Land.
I want people to understand that not speaking is not the same as not thinking.
And he's wowing people with his insights.
He had some very profound answers. He doesn't look like he's paying attention necessarily, but everything that's being said, he's able to understand.
Ito is even mainstreamed into a regular high school, where he's on the honor roll. And Ito's hoping he can help other kids like him to break barriers.
Education is the right of human beings.
He's on a mission because he's trying to change the world for other people who he believes are still trapped the way he once was.
And let's help. Ito should teach us all. If you see a family with an autistic kid, don't assume it's bad behavior or the parent's fault or that he or she is not smart. Many are very smart. Knowing that can help them and us. Ito is making presentations at autism conferences. As you heard, he is determined to get this message out. Rethink your thoughts about autistic kids.
You know, Dr. Bruce, it's a wonderful story, but it's almost frightening because we don't realize what's locked away in those minds. And sometimes we just disregard them or think that they're not thinking accurate thoughts or cohesive thoughts, I should say.
And when we don't realize that, we treat them differently. Realizing it helps the therapy, it helps them, it helps us. So many misconceptions that need to be changed. And he's healthy.
That's really fascinating. You talk about him being smart. He's actually smarter than most.
Yes, he is smarter, way beyond his years, and way beyond some of us who had myths in our minds.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for bringing that to us.
My pleasure.
Well, we have a related story to what Dr. Bruce just told us about. There is new research. This comes from Yale University. It shows that doctors may now be able to determine a child's risk for autism by examining their placenta at birth. Now, researchers say that abnormal folds on the placenta show if a baby has an autistic older sibling, and that would make them about 9 times more likely to develop the disorder. Now, if the research proves to be accurate, treatment could then start at birth.
And a new study out of Europe reveals drinking just